JV,
What's up, mommy?
how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good for Monday afternoon. How about yourself?
Kind of sad, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude.
What's up?
I kind of was thinking, we talked last week about HBO Max and them just doing the reorg with all their DC stuff.
Right.
I'm still really pissed off about not seeing Batgirl. Like, isn't the point of getting people to download and buy HBO Max so that they can watch stuff?
Right.
So, Netflix does this. Hulu has done this. Amazon Prime has done this. They have crappy original movies, especially
True.
Netflix.
True. Yeah,
I'm trying to write one for Netflix right now. I mean, hopefully it doesn't come off as crappy, but hey, man, who knows?
I mean, it gets there, right?
Gets there, bro. But, even if some execs thought the movie was bad,
Yeah.
you still put all that money in it. It's not going to the theater. Just release it.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't understand the
logic. Because you got to think there is going to be it's just like how there were so many women who flocked to go see the Wonder Woman movies and stuff like that. It'd be the same exact thing, man. They're going to flock to go see that movie and they can't go to the theater, but they were going to download that and they're going to watch it.
And Batgirl was done pretty much, right?
Yeah. It was in post.
I mean, you're talking about zero return. I don't know how much it costs.
You still got to pay Keaton.
I don't know how much it costs to put one of those on a streaming service, of that magnitude. If it costs a lot of money or whatever, but it seems like you're still getting zero return. Even if it bombs, you're going to get some kind of return.
Yeah, you're going to get it's probably I'm guessing it's per stream. I'm pissed off about this, man. I don't know if you can tell.
That's fine.
I think it's probably per stream or whatever,
Right.
some whatever deal. But
we could probably Google that and see what it is. But
I'm just not going to.
I'm
now.
not worried about that.
Just let me be pissed. Damn it.
We'd be like, oh, all that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. The math checks. The maths. Keaton still got paid.
Yeah.
The directors probably still got paid.
I'm sure.
So you're right. What are you doing, man? Just release the product. If it's crappy, it's crappy. But the whole point of it is to give us content, man. That's why Netflix, they've lost a lot of money. I follow a lot of stocks and everything. So we've lost a lot of money, lost a lot of streamers, but they're still king of content.
Right.
And until Hulu and these places start pumping out original content as fast as Netflix does, nobody's going to catch up. The only thing I can think of, only other studio or streaming is Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, that's just kind of built in, though.
That's kind of built in.
They
got the House of Mouse.
All they had to do was put Disney on there, and that was it.
Yeah,
they were making money before it came out.
Exactly. So, right. That's the only other thing. But I really want to see this movie, man. I really do, and I'd be pissed off if I don't.
Just somehow.
I want to see this version. I want to see a Batgirl movie. Yeah, we've been talking about it for 20 years with Josh Whedon and everybody else, but I want to see this version. It's going to piss me off if I don't see it.
And I believe I saw something that they were screening the movie for the cast and directors and stuff of what the cut was.
Yeah.
So it's there somewhere. So maybe it'll in quotations, leak out at some point.
Give me that cut.
Let me get. Yep.
I'll watch that on a VHS.
That is fine.
If I have to, bro.
That's it.
Man.
You got the power. More power to you.
So, still pissed off about that. But other than that, man, I'm doing good.
Yeah. All right.
Other than that, doing good, brother. Welcome to this week's episode of Movie in a Pod. I'm Clyde Smith.
And I'm Javier Villalobos.
In this week's episode, we are discussing the trailers for Smile, She Said, the latest episode 2 of She-Hulk, and our movie of the week, Theif. All right, brother. New week, some new trailers here.
Yes, sir.
Got this joint, man, from Paramount. Smile. After witnessing a bizarre, traumatic incident involving a patient, Dr. Rose Cotter starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain. Rose must confront her troubling past in order to survive and escape her horrifying new reality. We can't even enjoy a smile anymore, bro.
Just creepy.
Like,
I mean,
they will make a horror, thriller, psychological film about anything now. A smile?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts about this trailer, man? Talk to me. I'm pissed.
I'm curious as it's going to like just people having some kind of mental breakdowns, or if it's like a demon possession. Like, what are they seeing? Are they seeing just illusions, or is it like a real, the real deal? I mean, it seems sort of possession, like demonic kind of thing, right?
That's what it comes across as,
Yeah, because I think the girl's like, obviously, you can see the girl's blood outline of her smile in the sheet.
Yeah, wild.
Which was pretty creepy. And everybody's just smiling at each other like, why are you smiling at me like that, guy?
Like, it is so weird, man. Like, I'm just saying, and I'm not going to get, like, worldly, but, like, in this day and age, we need more positivity. And you making this movie, who's this guy? Who's this person? Of course it's a guy. I don't know if Parker Finn's a guy.
Man. Everything's off, or there's nothing off limits.
Parker Finn's a dude. Parker, you created this, and, like, I'm going to watch it because, like, I'm just a fan of cinema, but, like, you made a smile. Clowns?
I don't like clowns anyways.
But why do you not like clowns?
Because
is it a big factor?
Because their happiness is fake.
Is
why.
Is it a big factor in that, though?
Smiles are fake.
No, we can't enjoy smiles.
Yeah.
Scream made us scared to pick up a telephone.
Right.
Everybody got caller ID after watching that movie, man.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like, what? I can't go. I can't hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
You know, driving drunk down a mountain road and possibly hit a guy. That's scary because he'll come back and haunt us.
Like, what's gonna happen when you're
I don't know what's gonna happen next summer. You know, but he does. So, like, what can we? Why are we have to be afraid of everything, bro? Okay.
Your point is excellent. It's an excellent point.
Gosh. Can't go to summer camp.
Yeah.
Can't go out on Halloween night.
Can't get in the lake.
Can't go to sleep.
Can't do nothing, right?
Gonna sit in my room. Can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Little Monsters, man. They'll drag me out of the bed.
Little Monsters. Such a good movie.
Such a good movie. I'm just tired of like these. They just take like the best thing and that brings us joy, and they just turn it on its head.
Well, we just saw The Menu, right? That trailer. We talked about that one.
Yeah, I mean, food makes me happy.
Yeah,
now
there's a restaurant that's gonna.
Well, I would. Okay, so
put you in some kind of manhunt.
The difference, and we need to probably review that movie, like when that drops. I was thinking that. I'm a big food fan. I mean, I didn't get to be 6'4", you know, eating carrots.
Right.
So, but I don't see myself going on some like exotic island. Like, I guess if I was invited and it was all paid for, but we don't, you know, I guess that. But like, I wouldn't pay for it.
Right.
Nah. My friend said like, "Yo, I got an extra ticket."
Right.
I'll consider it.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like this, and yeah, so it's like this whole thing's like passed on to different people.
Wow.
So now you have some kind of disease or something going on, and very creepy. I don't like seeing people like that because, like you said, people just smile at you all the time. Now somebody's like standing on the sidewalk or whatever, and they look at you and smile. It's gonna be creepy.
Bro, I'm saying this, man. This comes after. You say run them over? Jeez.
Oh boy.
This comes like after like the pandemic with like masks and stuff where you don't see anybody's face. So you can't see somebody's mouth and facial features, expressions. So like, we're back at. I'm just like, yo, put a damn mask on at all times. After I watch this movie, my mask is on. Your mask is on. I don't want to see your smile, bro.
Nothing.
You can have the most beautiful smile ever.
Right. Keep it behind the mask though.
Keep that shit behind the mask, man. Guys, we're gonna throw this on our socials. Paramount's giving this bad boy an hour and 55 minutes, man. So almost a 2-hour thriller called Smile. Guys, check out the trailer. What are your thoughts? Something you're excited about? Drops September 30th in theaters.
Nice.
All right, man. I'm actually pretty excited for this one. This is She Said. New York Times reporters Megan Twalley and Jodie Cantor break one of the most important stories in a generation. A story that helped launch the Me Too movement and shattered decades of silence around the subject of sexual assault in Hollywood. Talk to me, brother. What are your thoughts?
That was a lot.
Yeah.
That was all of it.
That was all of it.
That was all of it. Seems like they say some names. They say Harvey Weinstein.
That
directly.
rat bastard.
So that just kind of leads you right into what it's about. I mean, sexual harassment in Hollywood. And women being led to think they're there for those interviews or whatever, or auditions, and really they're there to be tricked into some sexual activity, which they are not there for, obviously.
Yeah, man. This is going to be I'm really a big fan of like investigative, like reporter type movies.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're just like unraveling the truth and being silenced at every turn and having to like figure out, okay, I need this person to speak up. I need this to happen or whatever. And, you know, them kind of burrowing through the situation and getting through it, man. And the story finally breaking.
Yep.
I'm really excited for this, man. I actually followed this while it was happening a couple years ago. And now that they're putting it on screen, obviously Hollywood has to make a story about everything, even about it. This is such a Hollywood movie that Hollywood is going to make a story about itself being shitty.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the most Hollywood thing ever right there, man.
Yeah, I suppose it's to let us know that they know what's going on in Hollywood. They're trying to crack down on it. But, you know, ain't no cracking down on all that mess over there.
It's wild, man. You always knew that like women were not treated the best as equals, right? With pay, with just like the cat calling and stuff like that. But like learning about this shit, man, and then seeing this movie, how this is even going to open some eyes about like the details.
Yeah.
We don't know the details that this movie is going to bring, right? And just like, yo, these men were really shitty. And the men who like helped protect Harvey Weinstein, these other guys, man, like those are the real douchebags. Yeah.
And getting in maybe heavy into the testimonies and things like that.
Yeah.
For these cases.
Yeah, man. That's going to be intense. This is going to be a hard watch.
Yes.
But I'm there for it, man. Highly recommend. We're going to throw this on our socials. This trailer was phenomenal. And what do you all think? She Said. This one has Samantha Morton and Carey Mulligan leading the cast there. So let's know what your thoughts are. All right, brother. Episode 2.
Episode
She-Hulk.
2. Yes, sir.
She ain't got no job.
Nope. I love that. I love that the logo flipped. Yeah. Yeah, I like
For
that.
hire, right?
That was one of the first good laughs of the episode. She's starting to give me a real like Ryan Reynolds vibe, like her under her breath talking to herself.
Yeah,
you know, it's kind of like Deadpool, right? She can talk to herself and say things and not, you know, people can't really hear her, right? Because she's speaking to us, kind of.
Exactly.
So yeah, I was enjoying that for this one because she did a lot, like just.
And I think even like Ryan Reynolds is so good at that outside of, he just does that like in movies himself, right?
Yeah.
He could be going through something and just be like, this is interesting. And he's talking to us, but not really breaking the fourth wall and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she's doing that quite well, man. She has her own little spin on it, though. I like that she was back with the family, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good time.
It was a good time, bro. And they just, let me hear, like, what's going on with this? You know what I mean? What's going on with this? And they just throwing her one way, throwing her this way, talking about Hawkeye and stuff.
You're not the first Hulk we've had to deal with in this family, right? What about your boy Wong making an appearance?
Let's go.
Well, news clip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beating the mess out of what's
Abomination.
The Abomination, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. I was waiting for that to tie in at some point because it's there. It's always there for a reason, right? We don't ever know why. I remember when we saw the movie, we were all like, what is Wong doing out here fighting? Just street fighting, and then they're hanging out. Like they're hanging out in the locker room or whatever.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get to see what that was all about.
She's got to defend this guy, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like her case I love her boss as well.
Yeah.
He's just like, well, this is the case.
Yeah.
Go do it.
So this is going to be, now we see it's going to be placed right around the same time as Shang-Chi was.
Yes.
Pretty close to it.
Which is cool that they're kind of overlapping things.
Yeah.
It kind of brings a phase 1 vibe back, you know?
Right.
Because what was it? Like Iron Man 2, like Iron Man 2 and Thor and the Incredible Hulk all happened in like the span of like a few days.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah, that's the same thing they're doing, letting you know that it's not just a one-off thing. Yeah, and then apparently Banner's heading out into space. It's whatever.
Not even telling her.
Yeah, just rolling.
Just rolling out, bro. We'll probably see him in what the hell is it? The Marvels?
Right.
Something. I don't know what else is space or
no telling. There's the whole rumors of the World War Hulk situation.
I feel like we did that in Ragnarok though. We did like a portion of, we like adapted it a little bit. You want like a full on.
I think he was supposed to. That really wasn't that because I think he's supposed to full on like rage.
So, I see what you mean. He also was.
I think there was like a Planet Hulk.
Yes,
right? And that's kind of what Ragnarok kind of was. And then I think the World War Hulk is supposed to be like just him being wild.
One of those, and I don't remember what it was. Like he could just speak. He wasn't just like Hulk smash. He could like he is right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's the best of both worlds. Hannah Montana, you know, where he could speak. I don't remember if it was World War or Planet Hulk though, but that's what I do remember.
Right.
My favorite part of this episode, man, was just at the end when her dad's making her just do like a bunch of shit in the house, dude. Like, I mean,
yeah.
If you got to get a bunch of shit done and you haven't got it done yet, and your daughter's a Hulk,
yeah. She's here, all the water bottles around and all that stuff. So
stays hydrated, bro. Yeah. Tatiana Maslany, she's doing her thing. I'm really enjoying this show. I'm in it, and I just don't want to see her do this. She's such a good actor.
Right.
I want to see her in the MCU later.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I hope it's just not this. So we'll see, man.
We'll see. Yep.
All right, guys. Episode 2. By the time this drops, episode 3 is out. And talk to us about it. Let us know your thoughts. All right, guys. We got a new segment of movie news. We're bringing it back.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
And Javi went ahead and put the music in there.
Yeah,
I hope. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what he does in post. All right, dude. Your buddy Ezra Miller.
Yes.
He is back in Burbank.
He's trying to lock down that bank account still.
He's
to make sure that bank account's going to be all right.
He's back in Burbank, and he's ready to be the Flash everybody wants him to be.
Mm. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I mean, my man would maybe just had a moment in his life where he just needed to do some things, maybe experience a few things, and he went out and did it.
He just needed to punch people.
He just needed to punch people
and steal some stuff.
You know, it's a thing.
Lock himself up in Vermont. Like, he needs to do all this. I just like so he's back and he's groveling and working with his team and Warner Brothers, and they're talking and everything and trying to, not recast this kid with, from the kid from the Flash show. Who I still think you need to do that.
Yeah, we need Grant Gustin.
Yeah, but I thought Grant Gustin was the best pick before when they announced Justice League. I was like, yeah, well, let's move Grant Gustin over.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was kind of involved with the project, so I'm sure CW had his ass locked down.
Yeah, but that's not something that I think that Warner Brothers DC could have mangled.
Yeah.
But what do I know? You know what?
Right. Yeah, what do we know?
I haven't seen Batgirl yet. You know what I mean? What the hell Warner Brothers and DC doing in there? Damn. I have no trust in the studio right now, man. My favorite studio. This is what my favorite studio has done, okay? Yeah. They have messed up the DC universe.
Yes.
Okay? They have let Christopher Nolan, who is the greatest director right now, walk. He's a Universal.
Right.
They didn't release Batgirl.
That was it, right? That was the straw, wasn't it?
That was the straw. Like, what are you guys doing over there, man? Like, okay, I don't know. So like I look at it like this, man, right? Hear me out. I'm pissed off again.
You were coming down. Here's your go.
Yo, like McDonald's created like the fast food whole drive-through experience, right?
Right.
And everybody copied that, right? Everybody copied it.
That's fair.
Marvel with Paramount and now Disney created the MCU, like the comic book multiverse kind of storylines where everything is connected, and we're gonna see everybody all in this one great movie and everything, and then we're gonna have some solos. They have perfected that, and we're gonna do it again.
Do it again. Yeah.
Rinse, repeat. You know what I mean? And they do it, and they do it well, and they wow us every time. Sometimes they don't wow us, but that's beside the point. Though
they still make some money.
They still make a lot of money. Yeah. Everybody tried to do it, man. Universal tried to do like a Monsters universe. They're trying to do a Transformers universe there. Right. They're trying to do a G.I. Joe universe there. And then like comes years later and like 20 after the first Avengers.
Yeah.
After that, they go, you know what? Let's try to DC. We got this whole, we got all these people.
Yeah.
All these characters. Got the Holy Trinity, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Hey, let's try it.
Yeah.
You guys are like years late to the game.
Let's just keep rebooting the same characters over and over and over.
Let's just do the same one.
Yeah, do it over and over.
Get new Batman.
Yeah.
We're good. New Alfred? Awesome. Yeah. New Joker? Cool. Let's do it. That's all the thing that they can do. But like there's a formula out there. You're not going to be you're not going to be McDonald's, okay? You can't be. McDonald's, that's Marvel.
Right.
You can be Burger King.
Right.
Maybe not as good, but still makes a lot of money.
It definitely does.
Those damn chicken fries.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so, like, you have a formula, rinse, repeat, man, and you just ruined it.
Oh man!
And now I'm like fearing
chicken fries. You bring the chicken fries into this.
I was so on the fence about Jason Momoa as Aquaman, and then I saw Aquaman.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah.
But that was about the only way you could get Aquaman to be
I can see the hype.
Anybody make the character worth the shit.
Yeah, make him a drunken badass. Yeah.
Yeah. That works.
And that definitely works, man. Yeah. He looks good in gold and green.
Yes, he does.
I don't know what these guys are doing, man.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out.
Going back to Ezra Miller, that's our movie news segment that I just went off on a tangent on, and I apologize.
Just swung it back around to the intro, right?
They effed up when they got this guy. And now he's trying to save face, and we have to. The movie's in the can, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to see him. I don't know how I feel about him in the Flash movies in general. Definitely a bigger fan of Grant's personality as the Flash.
Yeah.
CW hasn't exactly done the best for him as far as the production of the Flash.
Yeah, it's TV and
I mean the first few seasons were all right, but you think they'd be getting bigger budgets, doing better things, but it kind of feels like it's gone a little downhill. But that's about to be over.
Yeah, I heard, and that's the end of this CW kind of Arrowverse, right?
Yeah, that sounds like about the end of the CW in general.
Because no Riverdale's still on there,
nothing.
no Supernatural.
Everything's turned off. But we'll see how Ezra turns out. I mean, maybe he just had a mental breakdown of some sort and had to go out and get it out in the most wrong way he could think of. Maybe we'll swing it back around, man.
We'll see, man. I'm hoping for him, man. I want to give everybody a second chance, dude. But, yeah,
he said, but not Ezra.
Not Ezra, man. It shouldn't have been there in the first place. So,
oh no.
All right, man. One other thing I want to talk about here. Netflix had a show.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Netflix has a lot of shows.
They have tons of shows.
A lot of original content. They had a show called Resident Evil.
Oh, did they?
It was an original.
Oh yeah.
Show. It was released July 14th.
I definitely did not watch that.
Yeah, I watched one episode.
I didn't even watch one episode. Like I told you, I kind of gave up after Raccoon City. It was just bad.
You know what pissed me off about Raccoon City? Leon. Well, they had the most badass dude in the entire franchise, the most popular guy in the franchise,
right?
And you reduced him to just like a character who was supposed to be just like a comic relief.
Yeah.
Pissed me off. But I gave this one a shot.
Oh, I mean, what? The series?
The series.
Okay,
here.
I got you.
So Sunday, got up, coffee, stretched, yoga, old man stuff.
Sunday, yesterday?
Sunday, like back in July.
Fair enough. Okay. Gotcha.
Watch this.
Okay.
One episode. Could barely get through it, man. I will say this.
Oh, no.
I will say this, man. Like, Candy Crush took over while this, 5 minutes into this the show, man. There was nothing exciting about it.
Yeah.
And it was slow, and it was dumb.
That's what you got to think, with these series. That first episode's got to hit hard.
You have to.
That first, especially with the attention spans that we have now, that first 5 minutes has got to hit hard.
Phone is right there.
Yeah.
Boop.
Yep.
Easy.
Got to hit hard. And if they don't, you lose it. But I didn't start it, so.
Well, that's good because it did not get renewed for a second season.
Yo, it did not.
Got canceled really quickly.
I mean, even my wife, she's the biggest Resident Evil fan. She hasn't even turned it on.
Wild.
Yeah. And she was definitely not a fan of Raccoon City. She was not a fan.
She did not walk out of that theater happy.
She was not happy about that at all.
You mean you walked out like,
yeah. I mean,
okay. She said, going home.
Yep. We're done here, guys.
So, man, at this point, what do you think that whoever owns the rights to these movies, what do they what do they need to do, man? How do they need to?
Well, I didn't watch the series, so I don't know what their production was like.
Or it was trash.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
I mean, Raccoon City was kind of the same.
Yes.
I don't know. I just maybe a bigger budget, a smarter person, or a better visualized person on these types of movies.
Before we even talk about budget, right?
Yeah.
I like to talk about story.
Yeah.
And elements. Like this one episode I watched of Resident Evil on Netflix.
Yeah.
It spent a lot of time in like a future quarantine city. We had a black Wesker. It was super weird.
Okay, fair enough.
He had some daughters. It was like a high school thing
Yeah,
that was going on. Just wild. They fought some dogs.
Okay.
Some like mutated dogs.
It was just another thing.
It was just another thing that was just things that were happening, but was not really connected. Right?
Gotcha.
Like, it wasn't telling a story. And that first episode did not get. But like my question is like, I would like to see not an adaptation like Raccoon City did.
Yeah.
But I would like to see like a Resident Evil movie. You take the first game.
I would say like a good follow of the lore.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And
then I want to see Resident Evil 2.
Right.
Which follows Claire and Leon. So do the Chris in the first one with his team, and then Claire and Leon in the second one. And that's what you need to do, man. Like, them adapting stuff, like that even pissed me off. And I love the movies because Mila Djokovic is like my hero, right?
Fair enough.
But like that kind of annoyed me where they were adaptations and not like straight through.
Yeah.
What it is, man.
Right. Right.
And I did not appreciate that at all.
Yeah.
And then it just got weird.
And that's kind of what happens, right? You got one franchise doing this thing. Now there's just a random movie out there that's doing something else.
Yeah.
And we got a series that's doing something else, and not going to follow that.
Hey, man, let's go back to McDonald's, bro. Marvel's doing it right.
Yep.
You just got to control get all the stones, bro. That's what Kevin Feige has, man.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorites so far has been like the first one. And just because, once it broke out.
That original, yeah.
Yeah. Once it broke out of that, it just soared out in the middle of nowhere.
Which we had like maybe not good stories with those original movies,
right?
But we had great scenes.
Yes, great. Yeah, great production.
Yes,
yeah.
Paul W.S. Anderson is an okay director.
Yeah,
but what he does do quite well is like he can put together like a great, fantastic, like drooling, shot.
Yeah,
and you're just like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
He has done that time and time again, man. So, Resident Evil on Netflix. Did you guys watch it?
Yeah.
How many episodes did you get through? I got through almost one. Javi, 0.
Did not even try.
All right, JB, you ready to jump into this week's movie?
Yeah, man, let's hit it.
All right, brother. So this week, man, we have Theif. This was released in 1981, so even before our time.
Yep.
Other movies that came out that year was Neighbors, Endless Love, Student Bodies, Bustin' Loose, Stripes, Escape from New York, Heavy Metal, and we got 2 bangers here, okay? Porky's, fantastic flick, and the Sam Raimi instant classic, The Evil Dead.
Nice.
1981, brother. All right, guys. So Theif was written and directed by Michael Mann from the novel The Home Invaders.
This one had a $5.5 million budget and $11.5 million at the box office.
Oh, yeah.
Starring in this, we have James Caan as Frank, Tuesday Weld as Jesse, Willie Nelson as Okla, Jim Belushi as Barry, Robert Prosky as Leo, Tom Signorelli as Intaglia, and Dennis Farina as Carl. And then a bunch of henchmen.
A bunch
of henchmen.
So many henchmen in this movie, dude. All right, brother. Go ahead and give us that quick synopsis, man.
So Frank's set to make one last big score, but things get a little out of hand in every way. And he has to make some dangerous decisions to protect his life and his family.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff, brother. All right, guys. So coming into this movie, once again, before our time, man.
Yeah.
And this is a Michael Mann, like his first directed movie. And we know Michael Mann from like Heat, you know, Miami, you know, the Heat. What the hell was the Miami show? I cannot think. I can't. I said Miami Heat. I said Heat. That's a basketball team.
You know, there's no Miami Heat. Definitely. You know, there's no like way that we start talking about this stuff and it circles back to the right answer.
It
right?
never does.
It never does. It never does.
Miami Vice is what I'm trying to say.
Well, you said Heat, and then you said Miami Heat.
I said Heat twice. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I thought like maybe that is it.
So I was with you for the first Heat, then I didn't know where you
fell off the rails here. But you know, Michael. Yeah, this is his first one, man. The Last of the Mohicans, Manhunter, The Insider. Well, he did Heat. That's the movie he did. So I said Miami Heat. That's a freaking
That's what I'm saying.
basketball team.
You said Heat on its own.
Damn it, Clyde.
And then you said Miami Heat. And then I was like, all right.
I'm going to go run Warner Brothers, man. They don't know what the hell they're doing over there. That pisses me off still. And Public Enemy. So his first movie was Theif, 1981, man. This movie stars, like you said, James Caan and this guy. This is the guy's guy right here, man.
Yes, he is.
This is Sonny Corleone after the Godfather movies, and he's out doing his own thing now.
Right.
And Frank is cool, man. Frank is a jewel thief, ex-con, and he's almost like too damn cool.
He's very chill.
Something about that walk, man.
Yeah.
Dude has a very, very strong walk. But he's a thief, man, and he's one of the best in the game.
Yep.
And what I really enjoyed about him was his preciseness. He had a lot of tact.
Yep.
And you know, he's just very skillful with it, man. I learned that Khan actually studied some like safe crackers and stuff to realize like what they did. I thought that was really cool, man.
Yeah.
You really saw that. Michael Mann is one of the early directors who like, hey, this is what you're going to do. This is the part you're playing. Go learn this part. Just don't show up, right?
Yeah, this one ain't just reading lines because a lot of it's not reading lines.
Yeah. Like method acting really started kind of here.
Mm-hmm.
Guys were doing it before, but really started here, man, with like, go learn this, go get immersed in this world.
Right.
This is what you're going to be doing on screen, man. And James Caan, fantastic at it. Rest in peace, by the way, one of the greatest who ever did it, man, in Hollywood. Your thoughts about Frank, man? Talk to me.
Super cool. Always showing off some good style.
Dude can dress.
What was one of the things he says too? He's like, I changed my car like other people change their socks. I think that's what he says. Yeah, just cool, man. Every time he's talking to somebody, he's the attention. He's the center of the room. And throughout the thing, we learn about him too, as far as being not only being cool, being this thief. He's trying to start a family.
Yeah, he has like a vision board.
Yeah,
well, it's like a vision card or something that he keeps in his pocket.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you open that door behind you, there's a vision board.
He's got a bunch of like red strings and stuff.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is, actually. So he has like this vision card, piece of paper or whatever that he kind of holds on to, exactly the things that he wants in life. Which tells me like, yeah, he's this cool, kind of this rough ex-con badass guy who like safe cracks and everything. Also runs two businesses.
Yep.
Right. Has a bar. It's a front. And has a car.
Launder your jewelry, thief money somewhere or another.
Yeah, you know, and has another car dealership, another front.
Yeah.
But this is exactly what he does.
Never sells any cars.
He just drives them. Just drives them all.
It's pretty good.
Doesn't need to. Doesn't need to sell.
Yeah. So he ends up wanting his family, and he decides he's going to retire, right?
One last job.
Everything's been going great up until this one last job, for the most part. But then that one last job turns into one more last job.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
He gets sucked into this mess with one of the other guys.
I will say this, man. Like I've been in the game for a while, but I'm getting older. I got all the money in the world. Right. I need to get out. That's a tried and true
way to not get out.
Way to get out. Like going into it when the trailer's like one last job.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I feel like you just keep that to yourself and just be gone, right? Yeah, like get your money and you're just
telling people this is your last job.
Yeah. Nobody cares. Nobody's worried about your last job, especially if you're the best thief in the area.
Exactly, man. And he definitely was. No, he was definitely cool, man. And I like that he had an out, and he thought that it was going to be easy, but it was not.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, man, and we'll talk about the next characters in just a few minutes here. He gets himself kind of wrapped around with who he thinks are acquaintances, business associates, and friends, and soon finds out they're double cross. What do they say? What do they? How they used to talk in the 80s? They're or the 70s, 80s, double crossing, no gooders. I don't know how they talk, dude. But
Scallywags.
Scallywags.
I don't know. Do I need to bleep that?
You might need to.
It's 2022.
My grandmother listens to this pod. Damn it.
Yeah, he finds out that there are no friends in this business.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's jump over here to Tuesday Weld as Jesse, who is his girl.
Yes, sir.
And I don't have much to say about her, man.
Ain't much to say about her.
I will say this. The story revolves a lot, like front and center. Like, even look at the poster. It's James Caan, Frank, right there, front and center. Usually in these type of movies, it's like, 4 or 5 people. If it's this is a character study on this guy, man.
Yeah, he's rarely not in frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's... I'm pretty sure he was never not, or he was always in frame.
He was almost in every scene.
Yeah. Yep.
Or like scene adjacent.
Yeah. She shows basically her whole part of this is kind of they're trying to adopt the kid. That's kind of her part of the storyline, right? They're going through the adoption, and they're obviously not going to get a child because he is a convict, and they don't appreciate that.
A little difficult.
Yeah.
A little difficult there.
That's her storyline. She's there to help him.
She loves him, appreciates him. I do like how he like pulled her out of the restaurant, got in the car, and was just like, "Yeah, I'm a thief." And she's just like, "Yeah, your point? Like, look at these suits. Look at this tailored hair. Look at this. Look at this ring and this slink cut ring, right?"
He loves that ring.
The flossing, dude.
She's just like, okay, cool. Good for you, guy.
1981 flossing right there, bro. Hard. Just showing them, man. As the kids say today, drip.
Yeah, is that what they say?
He has the drip.
That's kind of gross, but all right.
Let us know if I said that right, guys, okay? I'm 35 going on 42, okay?
In that time, that meant something different, too.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true, man. All right, dudes. We got Willie Nelson, a small role, but David Okla, Bernatow.
Sure, I just
sure.
call him Okla.
Okla, yeah. And he is Frank's mentor. Kind of showed him everything, but he's behind bars.
Yep.
When we meet this guy, right? And Okla's like, dude, Frank, like, get me out of here, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I could get you out of here, but
right.
you have months to go, bro. Like, why would you mess this up?
Yeah, just hang out for a few more months. That's all you got to do,
right? So he's kind of like that moral compass, and it just gives Frank more. He lives his life a certain way, but it gives him more like emotional connection to people.
Right.
And I appreciated like those kind of character tidbits in the story.
Yeah, that's kind of like Jesse. Jesse's part of that as well.
Yeah. Because come to this next guy, Jim Belushi as Barry.
Jim Belushi.
This is just his partner in crime, dude.
Yep.
And he actually went as James Belushi in this movie. Did you see those opening credits?
Oh, did he?
It was James.
All right.
And
He hadn't hit the age of Jim,
No, he
where your
wasn't
name
Jim
changes
yet.
to
Yes.
Jim.
He wasn't like dad
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
You know what I mean? When you become a dad, you go from James to Jim.
Right.
My buddy James Lenore, he's been on the pod.
Yeah.
I'm trying to call. He has 2 daughters now.
Yeah.
Trying to call him Jim, dude.
I mean, I feel like you change the Jim if you name your son James, maybe.
He does not have any boys yet.
You know,
So
I don't know if that's how. I don't know the rules.
I don't know the rules either.
I don't
but
know
you know
the
what?
rules.
We're gonna call him.
You start calling him Jim.
He's gonna punch me if I do that. He hates it.
Yeah, let's not get nobody punched.
Yeah. But no, man. Jim Belushi has Barry, and he's kind of like the guy behind the guy, man. He's there, kind of tech, kind of early '80s tech guy.
Yeah.
But also has like all the equipment and everything.
Right. Yeah, I love watching them tie into the like security system in that building.
Yeah.
So good. So good. I just
so
enjoyed
80s,
that. Yeah, I just
so
enjoyed it.
80s, man.
Just clamping on the little wires. Yeah. So good.
Yeah. That was cool, man. Guys, you got to check this film out, man. All right. We got Robert Prosky as Leo. And Leo is the guy that gets entangled, kind of takes over as point for collecting for Frank and cleaning the diamonds, getting him the money and everything. But also they become business associates, and Leo's actually the one who helps Frank and Jesse get the kid. Yeah, so they have the kid, so he's kind of intertangled with these people now, right? It's still all like bad people. We're not.
It's all a terrible situation.
Yeah, remember we talked about maybe last season where we're kind of in this world of just bad people.
Yeah,
we're in this world again, right? Yep. That's it. There's no good guys here.
Yep, just the baby when the baby shows up.
Just the baby.
Yeah,
right. Maybe Jesse, but she knows that he does this. She doesn't care.
Yeah, she's in it.
So she's entangled as well. So, he now has ties to Leo. So Leo has something over him.
Oh yeah.
And with that, you want this?
Yep.
I want this. Quid pro quo.
Yep. Let me get that money.
You want to get out of this? I got a job for you.
Yep.
You want to do this? I got a job.
One last job.
One last ride. One last job. I'm gonna get through this, man.
Yep.
So, that's when things kind of start to take awry here, because he does the one job, and I will say, man, this is probably my favorite scene of them trying to get into. Well, they got all the diamonds out.
Where they were like they were burning the door off.
Dude, that was so cool.
Yeah,
man.
that was a long scene too.
It was so intricate, man.
Yeah.
They used the long lens.
Yeah,
and it was just like, we're gonna capture everything.
This whole room.
Yeah. We're gonna capture this entire scene where we're just taking this safe door off.
Yeah,
we're gonna do it, man.
Yeah, it was very interesting. All those scenes were, though, like the opener was really good. And that's what you want to open with, right? You open up with this nice little score.
Yeah.
Him just doing work. First off.
So you know, like, how intricate, how detailed, how precise that he is, man.
Yep. And then the whole scene you're talking about was a long process as well. It was like we were walking through it in real time with him.
So we were standing there, and it's like, all right, James, get him his shit, dude. He has to go do his thing. What's taking you so long? The other guy just looking out like for the police scanners and everything, man. So it was definitely. It almost feels like the movie was going, and when these like heist scenes were going down, it slowed down so we can like experience this, right? Yeah. And because we got to take ourselves back. We wasn't there.
Yeah.
But like people experiencing that for the first time.
Right.
They're like, wow, this is awesome. This is amazing.
Yeah.
We've seen it time and time again because we've seen a lot of movies who have done this, right?
But it's always quick.
Because
you don't get to see all the
intricate details.
Yeah, the drilling and all that stuff. It's usually cutscene for each little part.
Yep.
And then you're in the vault.
Red Notice, man. They were in the vault quick, dude.
Yeah.
So this is when it kind of goes wrong with Leo, and Leo has him do this one job, and he goes to cash out. I love the beach scene too. That was really cool.
Yeah.
But then he goes to cash out with Leo, and Leo was like, "I know, we actually got another job lined up for you.
Yeah. Here's your little bit of money.
Yeah, here you go, man. We'll give
you
you.
catch the rest in for the next job.
We'll go one for you, 17
Yeah.
for me, one for
Basically,
you,
yep.
47 for me."
Yep, that's exactly how that went.
Frank gets pissed off, takes some money, runs and everything,
Yeah.
but and is like, "All right, I'm out. I'm done." And this is where it gets dark
Yeah.
with Leo and all of his henchmen.
Dennis Farina in there.
Yeah. You are right. Yeah.
Still got that cool ass mustache.
God, Farina, dude. 2013. All right. It gets kind of deadly after that, man.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it up to that, and Frank goes like Max Payne on him.
Yes, perfect.
I really got like Max Payne vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, he does a lot of work at the end of the scenes.
That was a lot of work, bro. Which is fun, man. So,
Good deal.
let's talk about. I mean, like I said, we have a crap ton of henchmen, and they get shot, and they do some shooting, and there's some dumb cops that go to Ohio. Where'd they go? Where did that? Well, he put the tracker on the bus. Well, he goes out of frame. I thought that was really cool as well. So the police are tracking him,
right,
with like this 1981 tracker. You know,
yeah. Looks like a cell phone.
high technology right there, right?
Big antenna.
And he goes out of frame.
Right.
Frank does, and then he comes back in frame, and then like we start going again, and the cops are like, all right, I picked him up. We find out the cops are following him. Cops are following the bus where the tracker is on. It's going to like Wyoming or somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Somewhere way far or whatever. So,
yep.
The look and feel of this movie, man, this definitely is. It's defined as a neo-noir heist action thriller film, so it's a lot of words.
Yeah.
And that's kind of Michael Mann's vibe across the board. I don't know how many Michael Mann films that you've seen. But that's always been his vibe, and he just kind of ups the ante with everything, going with like Public Enemies, Black Hat, which was actually good with Chris Hemsworth, Thor. Miami Heat. Yeah, it's very, very new. Oh, good God. Hate you so much. Did that shit on purpose.
I did.
Miami Vice was also like a neo-noir detective show, and even the movie with Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx, which didn't do good, but I will say that was a really sexy movie.
Which was that?
Miami Vice.
The movie?
The movie.
I did not watch the movie.
You didn't go see that with me and John?
I don't think so.
There was a third person it might have been Mitchell. There was a third person who went with me and John. And that third person walked out, said,
a different brown guy. What do you think?
I guess Mitchell's close enough, I guess.
Yeah, he's
some Greek in him or something, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But the third guy walked out and was like, this sucked. I love Colin Farrell. I love Jamie Foxx. This movie sucked.
Right.
And I thought it was you for some reason. It was back in 2006.
Right.
So,
don't think so.
All right. Well,
Yeah, that's fine.
But it looked really cool, man. It kind of had that neo-noir. So that's always been like his style, man. So he starts that here and definitely rocks through it. And that's what I really enjoyed about this film here, man. Is just that kind of dark style, and even those like long shots, man.
Yeah,
that was just really fun for me.
Yeah, for me on that, it was the safe cracking and all that stuff was fun to watch, those scenes. But it was heavy dialogue, heavy. Between.
I will say this, dude. Yeah,
a lot of words.
Yeah, I will say words. I will say this about Michael Mann, dude.
And it was like over a 2-hour movie.
Michael Mann is really known for his dense scripts.
Yeah. Yeah, they never once there was like once the heist was over or starting, before that, just dialogue.
Just so much. Just
a lot thrown at you real quick too.
You get a lot of exposition.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, a lot.
You get a lot of exposition. Like they were in the diner forever. That one scene.
They really
They were in that diner for a while.
Yeah.
And you know that I will say this without giving a rating, man. For me in Michael Mann films, that's always a knock for me, which means like you get less stars.
Yeah.
Because it's so much information.
It's a lot. It's really a lot to keep in mind and keep the characters on track.
Yes.
But luckily there's not a lot of characters.
Very true.
That's kind of the balance out. You got basically 4 or 5 characters that really talk the whole movie.
Agreed.
But they talk a lot.
They talk a lot.
They talk a lot.
You know who doesn't talk a lot? Belushi.
Yeah. No, he don't.
He does not really talk.
He really
a lot.
doesn't. No, yeah.
He does not talk that much, man. But I will say, man, the music in this, tension that you can cut with a knife, man. That was the feel that Michael. That's his style. Michael Mann has Michael Mann. If your name is Michael and you're a director, you have a style and you stick to it. Right. Damn it. Bay and Mann, they stick with their style,
and you have to. You have to with a movie like this.
Yeah.
Because when there's no talking, or when the talking stops, it stops, and it's action time.
It's action time,
and all you have is noises and the score.
That score, man, is just dense.
Yeah.
So good.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So this was shot on location in Chicago.
Sweet.
I thought that was really cool, man.
Yeah.
There was one scene when, The Dark Knight was also shot on location in Chicago. So there's one scene when they're going through, I guess the subway is above and they're driving and they stop right here. That's the same damn road they use in The Dark Knight. And I'm just like, I've seen that before, man. Right?
Seen that a lot, actually.
You've seen it a lot.
It's kind of an iconic look.
Yeah.
Right? The roadways, like you said, the roadways, and you're driving under the road, or you're driving under the train. I don't know if it's a subway. It's not a subway because it's above you, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Can we just fall back to everything?
Yeah. It was awesome.
I'm not a train guy. I'm not Joe Biden. I don't know what's going on. I'm not Pete Buttigieg. Right. I don't know what the hell's going on with transportation and trains and stuff, okay? Like Thomas the Tank Engine to you or something? Gosh, I don't know this crap. I just get on them. I don't even get on them. I haven't been on a train in forever.
I have not either.
It's been forever.
I don't even know what to do.
Take your ticket?
I just hold this? Okay.
Are you really, with the big hat, gonna add this? Is that what you can do?
You can take out your pocket watch. Check.
All aboard! All right, guys. So that's our conversation about Theif, 1981, Michael Mann's first film that he directed. JV, talk to me, brother. What were your thoughts and ratings about this?
It was a long flick.
Yeah.
It was a long ride. I enjoyed these scenes that they put a lot of work into as far as breaking in the heist part, and going in, stealing diamonds, and just seeing that 80s, 70s to 80s kind of tech that they were using, right? The cars, all that stuff was really cool to watch. But it was a long ride in between.
Yeah.
It was a long ride in between, man. A lot of talking. A lot of information.
And you know, with that talking, man, if it connected dots to go to the next scene, that's one thing. Right. But a lot of it was just exposition.
Yeah.
And you're building Frank, but you don't care about anybody else.
Right.
So when you're learning about everybody else, it doesn't.
That's where you lose that train. Yeah. You lose that train going forward. And that's where it becomes like, you kind of start losing the attention because you're
exactly.
Now this story's getting a little crazy.
Yep.
You're going all over the place. But even then, when we're watching Frank and seeing what he's doing and everything, it was at the end of the day, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this one 3 buckets.
Okay.
Popcorn. Don't know if I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
But it was definitely worth the first watch. It was a good movie at the end of the day. What about you, man? What you got for us?
Yeah, I'm giving this one 2 buckets of popcorn,
2
bro.
buckets, fair enough.
Yeah, dude. Once again, James Caan in this movie, fantastic.
Yeah.
Just a man who wants to walk away from the game,
right,
and live a normal life with his baby and girlfriend. I am a sucker for those type of movies, man.
Right.
Because you can do a lot with those characters. You can do a lot of character development with those people as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a guy living his life.
Yeah. Regardless
of his career choice, right?
And how he keeps getting sucked back in because of X, Y, and Z, man.
Yeah.
It's a tried and true. Like I said earlier, it's tried and true. So when you're in the criminal belly, the criminal underworld, right? You just can't walk away. Like you and I can just quit our job tomorrow and be like, if you actually were never cool, I'm out. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Then we got to go home to our wives. So
yes.
I feel like your points are still a little shy.
Damn it. 2 buckets of popcorn, guys. The music was cool. It was just kind of long in the tooth. Yeah. Right? We could have slimmed this down by a good 20, 30 minutes.
Easy.
And it would have been still a fantastic film. But once again, that's his style.
Yeah.
He does long dialogue. It works well in Public Enemies, man. It works well in Heat. It doesn't even work well in Miami Vice like the movie.
Right.
But it does. When it hits, it does hit, and sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah, and I kind of expect that for movies like this, right? You're gonna have to learn about somebody and some characters. It's not just gonna play itself out.
All right, team. Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through Theif. Next week, we'll be talking about the 2011 Jake G flick, Source Code.
That's streaming on Amazon Prime.
I'm Clyde Smith. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as I am Clyde D. Smith.
I'm Javier Villalobos. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.